Hi everyone, and welcome to Daily English with Emma and Alex. Today, we're going to practice something really important for improving your English. Listening to natural English. I'm going to tell you a short story about a very stressful day. And here's my advice before we begin. Don't try to understand every single word. Just relax, listen carefully, and focus on the meaning of the story. If you miss a word, that's completely okay. Keep listening. You can always listen to the story again later. Ready? Let's begin. Yesterday started like a completely normal day. I woke up early, got out of bed, and went straight to the kitchen. I made myself a cup of coffee and started getting ready for work. Everything seemed fine. It was a normal morning. But then, things started going wrong. First, I couldn't find my keys. I looked on the kitchen table. Nothing. I checked my bedroom. Nothing. I looked inside my bag. Still nothing. I started getting a little frustrated. I searched everywhere for almost 10 minutes. And then I finally found them. They were in my jacket pocket the whole time. I couldn't believe it. I laughed at myself, grabbed my bag, and left the house. But the problems didn't stop there. As soon as I stepped outside, I realized that it had started raining. And of course, I had forgotten my umbrella. I looked at the sky and thought, this is going to be one of those days. I quickly walked to the bus stop. Actually, I was almost running. But by the time I got there, I was already getting wet. I stood at the bus stop and waited. 5 minutes passed. Then 10 minutes. Then 15. The bus was late. I checked my phone several times because I was worried about being late for work. Finally, after almost 20 minutes, the bus arrived. I got on, found a seat, and tried to relax. I took a deep breath and told myself that everything would be okay. But then, just a few minutes later, I received a message from work. There was an unexpected problem with an important project. At that moment, I felt really stressed. I already had a busy day ahead of me, and now I had another problem to deal with. For a moment, I wanted to panic. I started thinking about everything that could go wrong. But then I stopped. I took another deep breath. And I reminded myself of something very important. I can't control everything that happens, but I can control how I respond. So instead of worrying about everything at the same time, I decided to deal with one problem at a time. First, I focused on the project. I looked at the problem carefully and figured out what needed to be done. Then I made a simple list of the other things I needed to finish. One thing at a time. Slowly, everything started to feel more manageable. The problems didn't disappear immediately, but I felt more in control. And that made a huge difference. By the end of the day, I was exhausted. It had been a long and stressful day. But I was also proud of myself. Why? Because I didn't let the stress control me. I stayed calm. I focused on what I could control. And I kept moving forward. That day taught me something important. Sometimes life doesn't go according to plan. Things go wrong. Plans change. Unexpected problems appear. And we can't always control what happens. But we can control how we respond. Now, let's look at some useful expressions from the story. The first expression is, things started going wrong. We use this when problems begin to happen. For example, things started going wrong as soon as I left the house. The second expression is, I was getting frustrated. To get frustrated means to become annoyed or upset because something isn't going the way you want. For example, I was getting frustrated because my computer wasn't working. The third expression is, I had a problem to deal with. To deal with a problem means to handle it or take action to solve it. For example, I have an important problem to deal with today. And here's another very useful expression. Take a deep breath. We often say this when someone is nervous, worried, or stressed. For example, if you feel nervous before an exam, take a deep breath and stay calm. Now I want you to practice. Listen carefully and repeat after me. Things started going wrong. I was getting frustrated. I had a problem to deal with. Take a deep breath. I decided to deal with one problem at a time. Excellent. Now let's practice a little more naturally. Imagine you're telling your friend about your day. You could say, yesterday was really stressful. Things started going wrong in the morning. I couldn't find my keys, then it started raining, and my bus was late. When I finally got to work, there was another problem waiting for me. But I took a deep breath and decided to deal with one problem at a time. That's a very natural way to talk about a difficult day. Now listen to that part one more time. Yesterday was really stressful. Things started going wrong in the morning. I couldn't find my keys, then it started raining, and my bus was late. When I finally got to work, there was another problem waiting for me. But I took a deep breath and decided to deal with one problem at a time. Great! And remember, improving your listening skills takes time. You don't need to understand everything perfectly on your first try. Listen once for the general meaning. Listen again for the details. Then listen a third time and repeat some of the sentences aloud. That's how you turn listening practice into speaking practice. And here's one final thought for today. You may not be able to control everything that happens in your life, but you can always choose how you respond. Stay calm. Take a deep breath. Deal with one problem at a time. And keep moving forward. Thank you for practicing English with me today.